What's the dumbest myth people today believe? Lie detectors as a literal thing. There's a reason they aren't admissible as evidence in court in most places. My dad had this guy helping him out, think big box store DIY curb-ready helper, who told him if you sleep with your hair wet, you will bleed out of your mouth, and he was 110% sure that was fact. We were both just confused and bewildered at this statement. What the hell had this guy witnessed? If you drop a penny off a skyscraper, it will eventually fall fast enough to puncture someone's skull. By that logic, raindrops would hurt like a bitch or straight up kill you. Not to mention hail. There are dumber ones out there, but the one I, as an estate lawyer, deal with constantly is the idea that there needs to be a reading of the will, where the family all gather and the lawyer reads it aloud to them for the first time. We don't do that, we just mail everyone their own copy if they want it. It's a really stubbornly persistent one because people continue to see scenes of it in movies and TV shows, where it's used for some big dramatic reveal. I've even had irate beneficiaries insist that the administration of the estate can't be official until there's a reading. Way back, like 150 years ago or so, I believe we used to do something like that at times because you couldn't exactly presume literacy on the part of the beneficiaries, but now we feel it's a pretty safe bet that you can either read it or find someone who can. Black belts have to register their fists as weapons. I can't believe I was dumb enough to fall for that. Tear here to open. Detox drinks. It is believed in Indian culture that keeping your unibrow means good luck. I kept my unibrow for 20 years thinking it is my good luck until I got stage 5 of kidney failure and I did my eyebrows after that because who gives a fuck about luck anymore. Now my eyebrows look cute AF. That you eat spiders in your sleep. Spider will not knowingly walk into a predator's mouth. They can sense both the heartbeat, heat, and noise from humans. All things that would alert them not to go into our mouth. You have to wait 48 hours to report someone missing. I remember the myth that gum takes 7 years to fully pass through your digestive system. Removed. When I had cancer a few years back and was doing chemotherapy, I had people who constantly questioned that I actually had cancer due to the fact that my hair didn't fall out until I was actually in remission, had been off chemo for about 2 to 3 weeks when my hair started gradually thinning and falling out. It's a complete myth that every single person's hair will have the same reaction to chemo. Some people lose hair right away, some don't. Everybody is different. Not sure if this fits here exactly, but the McDonald's hot coffee lawsuit being a frivolous case filed by a money-hungry customer. That poor lady was a real victim who suffered legitimate injuries who only wanted her medical costs covered. That Einstein failed his grade school math class. It was the subject of a Ripley's Believe It or Not column in 1935 and Einstein himself refuted the article. In primary school he had been at the top of class and by 15 he had mastered differential and integral calculus. What is the most bullshit profession that actually exists? Paparazzi. Professional stalking/harassment. NYC apartment brokers. I hate having a middleman. The only way it would make sense to me is if they were there to negotiate on my behalf, but instead they are incentivized to do the very opposite. Promotional speaker. Let me tell you how I became successful charging you $10,000 to speak how I get $10,000. Anyone who says they have an investing strategy 100% makes money from selling this bullshit and couldn't make money investing in a million years. Whatever the person who's in charge of making the malware and annoying redirect ads is called. Edit, my bad, thought in charge is written as in charge. Edit 2, should have mentioned this earlier but if you're suffering from this, get the Adblock Origin browser extension. It's the best thing that could have possibly been made for a browser. The jerk-off at insurance companies who gets to choose if a medical procedure is covered. Ticket broker and console broker. aka ticket scalper and console scalper. Add no value to the transaction, just needlessly insert themselves to profit. Fuck 'em. Anyone who sells MLM garbage. No, I don't want to buy your average at best makeup. Pet communicator. Yes, we have these in my country, and there's this famous internet joke. Communicator, your pet wants to be pet more often. Owner, he is a fish. Edit, I'm surprised that lots of places actually have this and many people are buying it instead of doing their homework. Psychic. Any kind, especially those who prey on people mourning the dead and convincing them they are speaking. Televangelists. Psychic. Pharmacy benefits manager. Salt B. My immediate supervisor. What is a movie that has aged poorly? Rochelle, a young girl's strange, erotic journey from Milan to Minsk. Never been kissed. Drew Barrymore posing as a teenager and having a relationship. The teacher who gets mad when he finds out she's not a teenager and is his age, then we're just supposed to smooth it over at the end. Hi BuzzFeed. The 1990s, I think, Muppets movie where someone shows Kermit what the world would be like if Kermit was never born. I think it fast forwards to NYC 2002 and in the movie, the Twin Towers were still standing, so canonically Kermit being born somehow caused 9/11ths. The movie about the world ending in 2012. The entire subgenre of romantic comedy that can be described as Stalker Gets the Girl. Pretty Baby with a Naked 11yr Brooke Shields. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, 1997. Kevin Spacey is a rich closeted homosexual who murders his much younger lover. Benjamin Button. The new Jurassic World films already look more out of date than the original. Edit, I'd like to add, the Jurassic World sim game is decent and the dinosaurs move realistically so they have no excuse. 40 Days and 40 Nights. No one lives like that in San Francisco or works at a tech firm designing websites to make money like that. End number X200B. But most importantly, that ending would not fly. Victim blaming when he gets raped by his ex-girlfriend? It's just so wrong. The Blue Lagoon. 90% of American silent films. They aged so poorly they literally don't exist anymore. Manhattan. 44-year-old Woody Allen has affair with 17-year-old Mariel Hemingway. How art imitates life. Hoodwinked. I still think it's a great movie, but the animation style is horrific in today's age.